Hello, and welcome to another episode of Men's Mental Health Monday. There's no other place to start other than what happened yesterday at the Oscars between Will Smith and Chris Rock.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Get your wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Now, I just want to say that we have to, as humans, stop the violence. I mean, violence has no space in the world we live in. What happened between Will and Chris Rock was violence. What Russia is doing to Ukraine is the same thing, violence. So one is in a bigger scale and the other one in a small scale. So we need to check these things. And as men, we have a lot of battles we are waging inside of us. A book I would recommend for any man to read is The Battle Cry, Waging and Winning the War Within by Wilson Jason. This book will help every man understand their emotions and the battles we carry on the inside. Now, I see a lot of people attacking Will Smith. What Will did was absolutely wrong. I mean, violence has no space in our world. But that was coming from somewhere. I mean, I know Will's a role model. But besides that, remember that he's human and is prone to mistakes. So no one should slay him, you know. The one thing I would say is that we should stop the violence. And when I mean stop, it's an acronym that would make us pause before we take irrational decisions. Now, the S means to actually stop. I mean, if that emotion is coming to you, just stop. If you notice violence, just stop. Don't take an action. And the next thing you do is the T is to think. Now, think of your actions. Think of the repercussions of your actions. Think of how people will feel. Think of how the person you're going to be violent against will feel. Think about how your own people will feel. Think about it. Then the O is to observe. Now, observe the reason around your emotions. What is the reason that makes you feel the way you feel? Every emotion has a trigger. I mean, every action we take, there's a reason behind it. Think of the reason. What triggers that emotion? You know, from what I saw yesterday, I saw a man that was being triggered from the trauma from his childhood. Will wrote in his book that as a child and for a long time as an adult, he felt like a coward, that he could not stand up for his mother when she was being abused by the father. So I saw a man that was trying to right the wrongs of his childhood by trying to make sure he was courageous enough to stand up for his wife. Similar, very similar. He was trying to, in my opinion, fighting the battles of his childhood, but in the wrong way. So the P stands for plan. After stopping, thinking, and observing your emotions, now you plan the best line of action. Think of a way, maybe in a speech that you're going to give, address it. Believe that you're going to win the Grammy. You won the Grammy. It was a time for you to talk about that. You know, that would be the perfect way to go about it. Hit Chris Rock back with a speech. Hit him back with a speech. Simple. You know? Simple as that. If you can't do it that way, just simply address it on your Instagram page. People will get the message. Jada, we know that you stood for her. It's not by physically fighting for her. What example are you setting for people? So these are the battles we fight. Will is just a metaphor for us all as men. We battle these things inside of us in our daily lives. That just got amplified because Will Smith is a celebrity and it was the Oscars. It happens in everyday life, in a man's everyday life. So we need to wage this war within and stop the violence. Stop, think, observe, and plan when it comes to violence. I am Ikwamosa Aswin. Have a lovely day and lovely week. Shalom.